So Toby, how's it going so far on Lunar New Year?
Aye, still no good, mate. My wife still hasn't forgiven me for making a mess on that fake voucher for the cakes I fell for.
Yeah.
And what made matters even worse is I went and forgot flowers for Valentine's Day.
Oh, nightmare. But hey, don't worry. You still got a chance to save yourself. This Friday is Chinese Valentine's Day, also known as the Chinese Lantern Festival. In Cantonese, we call it Yuan Xiao.
Really, Ian? That's very interesting. So tell me more about the Chinese Lantern Festival.
It's a really interesting festival, Toby, and it dates back to ancient times. It's the 15th day of the first lunar month. In those days, women weren't allowed to go out in the streets in the evenings, and there was also a curfew, so very, very few people were out in the streets at the time. However, once a year, the curfew was relaxed and men and women were allowed to go in the streets at this time of year, and it also coincided with a full moon. So it was a popular time for people to stroll in the streets and enjoy the full moon.
So Ian, are these the lanterns you were telling me about?
That's right, Toby. You can see the lanterns hanging here, which are used for playing Chinese riddles. And below the lanterns, there's a red packet, inside of which there'll be something like a riddle, a classic idiom, or a pun or a brain teaser. You could maybe take your wife here to play these riddles sometime.
Touchy subject on this one. How much does your wife weigh after eating Chinese food?
Not sure on this one, mate. Let me check. 1 ton.
1 ton, Ian. You say my wife is fat? You're going to get me killed by her, mate.
Sorry, mate.
Let me try a different one. Ah, much more my scene. How to earn 1 million in 5 days. Scan this to get rich. Let me scan this.
Whoa, stop, Toby. This is an emergent deception fraud. You should be alert to these kind of scams. Remember, stopping deception starts with you.
Let's see if we can find one that's not going to get me into trouble with the wife or is going to get me scammed. This one. What am I? I'm round, but I'm not a ball. I'm a fruit, but I'm not a grapefruit. I can be seedless, but I'm not an orange. I can be red or green, but I'm not an apple. I can come in a bunch, but I'm not a banana.
Let me see, I'm not sure. Oh, I think I know what this is. You're a grape. Like Little Grape, Tidesy, the police anti-deception mascot.
Okay, Ian, I think we've got time for one last riddle.
Sure.
Let's have a look at this one. Oh, back to food again. What do you do if the lights in a Chinese restaurant are too bright?
Tricky one that. I'm not quite sure, Toby. Let me have a look. Oh, dim sum. Well, I don't know how to make 10 million in 5 days, but I do know I can put on about 5 pounds in one day eating dim sum.
You certainly do, Fei Jai.
Anyway, Toby, all this talk about food's made me hungry. Do you want to go and eat something?
Oh, let's do that.
Okay. During this festival, lots of local families will eat these, tong yuens. They're small dumplings made of glutinous rice flour. Inside, normally you'll have a sweet filling like red bean paste, hong dao, perhaps black sesame, si ma, or maybe peanut, fa song. They're really good to eat this time of year. And the reason families eat them at this time of year is because tong yuan sounds a bit like tun yun in Cantonese, which is for togetherness or reunion. So families get together and like to eat this dumpling at this time of year. Enjoy, Toby.
We're the Hong Kong Police.
We wish you good fortune.
And happy times with your loved ones.
Yuan Xiao Jit Fai Lok.
Happy Chinese Lantern Festival.